But yeah, welcome to the stream. Lumines Remastered came out today, so I decided I would play a little bit after I got done creating this week's video. Hopefully this doesn't kill my upstream bandwidth too much, but we'll give it a shot. $15, which is not bad at all. Comes with the theme you see, as well as a 20-track soundtrack sampler. I don't know that it's the entire soundtrack, but that was my jam this afternoon. But I mean, the game, the soundtrack, and the theme for $15, you can't beat that. That's only good for the first 2 weeks it's live though, so if you want that, go get it. Alright. Ooh, that's loud. Hold on for a moment. I want the music to be noticeable, but not drown me out. Okay. Really? That's all? I'll take the tank. Doesn't have the weird little alien critter that I like. Maybe you unlock more as you go along. Okay. Well, this definitely has a different feel to it. Let's check the options really quick. Now let's just turn it down a little bit here. That'll help. Okay. That's probably better, but I want to double check. So give me one quick moment. Okay, yeah, that seems fine. If someone comes in and tells me otherwise, then I've learned something. Skin edit. Cool. I'm not going to be doing any of that. Can't stand the puzzles or missions. Time attack maybe. Challenge mode is where it's at. Shuffle. Interesting. Try to reach level 100. I've done that before. Alright. Let's go. Interesting, the background is kind of twitching with the motion. Oh, the little lit column there is kind of useful. Oops, I thought that was fully orange. Dang it. This first track is just a really great sampler of what's to come. Nice and trancy. Ooh, I like the new, like, Uber block thing. This is really huge on my TV, by the way. It doesn't seem to be doing too bad on the stream. That's good. Ah, didn't get that down in time. Hey, DOS Nerd. I was just wrapping up my video earlier when you showed up in Max's channel, so I'm like, oh hey, there we go. This is my little treat tonight. Ooh. I like the way it moved to the next level. That was cool. You know, I don't see people play games like this very often on Twitch, so I really don't know how well it'll go over. I mean, I know you probably don't really care one way or the other what I play, but, I do enjoy the occasional rhythm game, or puzzle game. Ooh. Hold on, my throat's burning here. Man. Every once in a while, I have no idea what causes it. But every once in a while, I'll just get this, you know, rising sort of grating, like, completely dried out feeling in the back of my throat, and it is just awful. No, you can't have any. It's a throat lozenge. I don't know what that would do to a cat. Okay. Ah, you've started using emotes. I'm getting close to having an idea of one for my channel, but I haven't really given it enough thought yet. Yeah, put it there. What siren? Ah, that would have gone perfectly there, but I wouldn't have been able to get it down there in time. Are cats not allowed? No. I've seen plenty of cat emotes. There are very few limitations on what you can have as an emote, but you can only have one emote at first, so I kind of want to make it a good one. Ooh, that worked out nicely. Well, the voice announcing the track is different too. Oh, I did that wrong. Crap. It's one of those things where you commit to the action and instantly you're like, ah, I regret what I just did. White one, huh? Alright. Oh, that wasn't smart. There we go. That in there. Those work a little bit differently now too, but in a method I'm okay with. A little less talkative, obviously, when I'm playing a twitchy game rather than an RPG, but I hope Max's stream cheered you up a little bit earlier. Woohoo! All clear! Feels great. But yeah, this just hit the PlayStation Network today, and for the first 2 weeks of its availability, you get the game, a theme, and the soundtrack for 15 bucks. So if you like what you see, go get it. Actually, if you like what you see, I think there's supposed to be a link. Like, a link where you can click on the game name, and if you purchase through that link, I get a portion of that. I'm not entirely sure. There's some way to do that. But I'm not sure if it's something I have to specifically set up or not. Oh no, I've broken the 16-bit barrier! I've heard that that's a very soothing game. I haven't really played it because I was never that big of a fan of the, like, Harvest Moon type of thing. But I do know that for the people that do like that sort of thing, Stardew Valley is like the second coming of Christ. So, enjoy that. I've got a Steam link coming on the way too. I mean, $250 plus shipping? Why the hell not? That'll help clear that out a little bit. Put that down. Good. Yeah, no kidding. My, I hate calling her my ex-girlfriend because that's got such a bad connotation to it, and we're still, like, really good friends. But, my ex-girlfriend used to do better on stuff like this when she was high. Well, I'm doing what it told me to do. I'm shaking my body. I can't shake it right down to the ground because I'm sitting in a chair, but I'll do the shaking part. And this may look like it's treating me nicely now, but it gets nasty fast. It's like, okay, you've gotten your rhythm down, now let's screw with it. The worst ones are when the sweep line goes slow, but the pieces drop fast. Yeah. I was able to make a character in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 on the PS2 that looked so eerily like myself that I was wincing every time he'd wipe out. Oh, and please let me know if the sound mix is off between my voice and the game. It sounded like it was okay earlier. Oops. Oh, nope, that worked. Okay. Oop, that was stupid. But that works out nice. Wow, that didn't take long. Dang it. That was like the first really unfortunate drop that I'd had. I was watching a video earlier of a Tetris Grand Master playing the new Tetris Effect game that's coming out, and he actually did better in VR. And this is a guy who had basically never played another version of Tetris other than the one on the NES. And he very quickly just started tearing it up on the PlayStation. It was pretty cool to watch. There we go, that's the stuff. Oh my god! Wow. That is insane. Yeah, that definitely wasn't there. Like, how big was it? Was it large, or was it tiny, or... Because, I mean, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, I do have carpet beetles that happen, but those are tiny. Alright, now it's getting a lot faster. Yeah, I got that. Did not get that. Ha, got it. I don't generally tend to do very good when these get a little bit more twitchy. I'm much better when I can take the time to think about my move. Oh, geez. Yeah, carpet beetle wouldn't be making any sort of crunching noise. Wow, that's gnarly. I can't take the credit or the blame for that. Ooh, on to the next level already, huh? Oh, crap. Here it is. This was what I was talking about, where stuff is falling fast, but the sweep bar is moving slow. So the best thing I can do is just basically not force anything to drop. And that gives me enough time to react. Wonder if these are remixes or if it's the original music. Because, I mean, so far this is all music I remember from the original Lumines. But I don't know if they touched up the music at all or if it's the same recordings. Yes. Very nice. I mean, you can make some... Yeah, you can make some pretty sick combos when it drops that fast, but you can also get yourself really screwed up. Another thing that I love in the original game is that there was a... man, I am just racking up the trophies tonight. Is that there was a level about halfway in that everything drops slow and the music and it scans slow. So it's almost kind of like, okay, it's been tense for a while. Here, have a breather. Use this time to clear down your grid a bit. And it's kind of a Rasta-ish tune. So it's like, chill out, man. Yeah, that'll do. Oops. Pardon me. Forgot to mute my chat laptop. Always bugs me when someone's streaming and you hear a Discord notification. It's like, wait, was that mine? Not entirely sure I recognize this one. It sounds a little familiar, though. The background doesn't look familiar, though. What siren? Jerry, be nice. Ah. That could have gone better, but it didn't go badly. One of my go-to axioms is if you can't make anything better, at least try not to make it worse. This one I recognize. I thought it was going to start in a lot more forcefully than what it did. And put it over there. Whoops. Crap. Sonic Adventure shouldn't need too powerful of a PC. I ran it decently on the laptop that I'm using for streaming, which is I want to say Core i7 2.3. No, it's not even a 2. It's like a 1.5 or something like that. What I would recommend is run things at 720p. It'll still look good, but a lot of that stuff is, you know, everybody wants to run it at their monitor resolution or whatever. Run it at 720p and you'll probably get better frame rate out of it. So like, you know, if Sonic Generations is on sale, get that too, if you don't have it already. Because I love Sonic Generations. That's one of the good ones. You know, I think I kind of like streaming this. So every once in a while, I have an excuse to pause the game and take a breather. And it's not one of those games where if you take a pause, it throws off your entire groove. Because, I mean, there are some games where if you pause, you just throw off your entire rhythm and you're screwed. I get really screwed up by when these change to different levels. That's what gets me. Oops. Yeah. And actually, the idea behind this was kind of like that one episode of Star Trek where they're like, create a game to rival Tetris. And I can't really say it ever rivaled Tetris in popularity, but this is a really good game. See, now I'm screwing up a little bit more. Dang it, didn't want to do that. All I can do is hope I can survive till the next level. Well, that was a helpful batch of drops. Going to be pausing a little bit more frequently here. It's not necessarily, I mean, I can see the pieces coming up. That's not why I'm doing this. I just keep getting tense and tense and tense, and I need to reset. Ah! Oh, you should enjoy this one. Notice who's in the background there? For my money, it looks like Shodan. Pathetic creature of meat and bone. A little bit. Oh, I totally screwed that one up. Dang it. I also don't know how much it's helping or hindering me that the vibration is going on. Like if it's making me more tense. So let's try turning it off for a bit. There we go, that'll help. Beep, beep. Good. Ah, dang it. I am way too tense of a person sometimes when I'm doing this kind of thing. Ah, breathe in, breathe out. 39 minutes in. That's not too bad. Level 53. I think the cooldown level is around 60. Can't quite remember. It's been a while since I've gotten this far. Okay. Oh, hey. That wasn't kind. Screwed up a lot. It's not what I wanted to do. Dang. Ah. New record. Rank sixth? Out of where? Complete the basic challenge using the first skin, huh? Get 3 score bonuses in a row. Oh, I got a hell of a lot more than that. Clear 10 or more squares in one timeline sweep. Clear all the blocks on the screen. Unlocked more than 10 skins. Shuffle is now available. Okay, that's good, because that will make it so I can listen to different music even if I can't necessarily get past the same levels. Okay, we do unlock new badges as we go along. But the avatar that I used to use on the PSP still isn't available. Alright, let's do shuffle mode. And you know what? If shuffle mode is set to always start with this track, I am perfectly okay with that. I mean, to me, it almost kind of has the same sort of feel like You know, starting up Sonic and hearing Green Hill Zone's music. It's just, ah, yes, I'm home. Ah, I screwed that up. Now what will disturb me is if in shuffle mode it also plays the speed of whatever level came up. I don't know if I'd be ready for that. Yeah, what? I mean, seriously, I don't know how often that kind of stuff is going to matter unless it's, you know, Japanese doing what Japanese do. I feel I should probably clarify what I just said. These are people who care, who like still put a lot of like they'll put blood types and crap on, you know, lots of unnecessary biographical information on games where it just doesn't even need to be there. Like how comprehensive the manual to Zillion was on everybody's like favorite foods. It's just like, you know what? No, I don't really need to know that. Zillion might not have been the best example on that because it was also an anime, but, you know, again. Oh god, plumbers don't wear ties. Do you watch Octavius Kitten? Because she did a video on that at one point. Oh, okay. That's one of those big name YouTubers that I really haven't watched. But I would recommend Octavius. She's like, I found out about her through Slopes Game Room did a video where they featured YouTubers with less than 5,000 subscribers, and she was one of them, and she's friggin' hilarious. And she does a whole bunch of old, like, you know, ZX Spectrum and Amiga stuff. British, which always kind of tips things in their favor in my book too. British humor still just appeals the most to me because my favorite kind of humor is subversion of expectation, and that's pretty much what they do. So now I'm starting to wonder if they're only shuffling the ones that I've unlocked, which is fine, but I hope that if I'm somehow able to get through the entire playlist that I start unlocking new stuff. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I never really played around much with the Apple II outside of, you know, schools. Because we had the Commodore 64 growing up and then went right to an IBM PC. That wonderful PS2 486/25. No sound card at first, but that's okay because the music on Civilization is actually pretty decent coming through the speaker, the PC speaker. And that's all I cared about at first. Then immediately after that, I cared more about Master of Orion. I have many fond memories of me and my best friend in high school playing no modem multiplayer games of Master of Orion, and we basically play until everyone else had been dispatched, and then we'd start over. We wouldn't actually go up against each other because we knew that it would be difficult, if not impossible. What the hell is going on? Something's wrong. Nope, this is definitely Shodan. Do not adjust your Twitch stream. This is actually happening. Nothing's being removed. I mean, I could handle it if it was, but what? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to send that to the developers on Twitter. See if pausing and starting up again fixes it. It did! Okay, good. The music wasn't even advancing. That's wild. Would you be so kind as to type in the chat box, ! Clip that. All run together, all run one word. It doesn't actually work to clip, but what it'll do is it'll timestamp and show a... It'll show the timestamp in the chat window so I can come back and, yeah, find that later. Thank you. I need to sit down and have a long chat with my bot at some point, just to, you know, get more out of it. So I know there's a lot more I could be doing with it. What do I want to do with those pieces that have been left over there forever? Probably this. Actually, yes, definitely that. And then that. There we go, that'll clean it up. Ah, dang it. Hot dog. I think after I'm done with this, I'll do one other thing before I end the stream tonight. Because I've had a couple of really, couple of good runs at this. This is about as much as I'll play Lumines in any given sitting. So it does seem to be ramping up as normal, not going with the speed that it would normally be at for this song. which is good, because then it'll still be, you know, relatively polite up until it's time not to be nice. But I'm not going to be playing any of the RPGs tonight. A, it's a little late for that. B, I feel like sticking with fresh stuff. Alright, so now we've got it scanning slowly but falling fast. Hey there, Static, how's it going? As for me, I feel the music in my soul. Yeah. Static, this game is a remaster of one that came out on the PSP, like, pretty much at the launch of the PSP. If you pick it up within the first 2 weeks that it's available, it was just put up today. If you pick it up within the first 2 weeks, you get the soundtrack as a free download. And, I highly recommend the soundtrack. Is that what I'm known for now? The best glitch I've ever... Well, one of the best glitches I've ever run into was... I was playing Final Fantasy X. And I got to the part where you're at the... You know, the camp right when they're about to try to attack Sin. And, you know, everybody's standing around, and I'm going to pause for a moment. And everybody's standing around and, you know, talking. And then all of a sudden, someone finished their line, and the next line didn't happen. And it stayed on the same scene. I'm guessing that it must have been like a scratch on the disc or something, and it just didn't get to the next scene. But it looked like the motion capture had still been recording for that scene. Because after everybody finished their lines, they just kind of stood around for a few moments, and then it looked like Tidus had a coughing fit. And you know, this is all silent, of course. Tidus had a coughing fit, and Waka turned around and was like, "Are you okay, dude?" And Tidus kind of waved him off and then stood back up. And then I at that point, I just kind of waited a few moments, and I had to reset the console to make it go forward. But that was one of the most bizarre glitches I've ever ran into. Hey there, Dr. Cossack. Dobry wieczór. Dude. Ah. Oh, yep, nope. It got down in time. Oh, good. I was worried I had messed that up. Yeah, because the last time I played this was the second level. So, shuffle is working. Ah, poor Static. Relayed. Once again, relegated to also starring status. Dang it. Couldn't get that down in time. I get that? Yes. Pretty rare to get any sort of clear this late in the game. Ah, geez, it's only level 37? Okay. Couldn't decide what to do with that. But at least I had a little bit of time to decide. Oop, there we go. Ah. It's like at the end credits where everybody who didn't fit in the opening credits just kind of get all listed right in a row. Your character name something like Twitch viewer number 3. Wow! I have no capability for falsetto, so I'm not gonna try that. Hey! It's like Craig Ferguson talking about how his audience is just full of paid hobos. Ah, couldn't chain it over to that last little green bubble. Oops, that didn't go well. clear that off. Oh, come on, just let me belch already. My esophagus is being a glottal tease. Okay, there we go. Come on, sweep them away. There we go. Thank you. Hey! Whoa! Okay, there we go. Now we can stop, you know, groping that poor dude in the background. Come on, people. Hey! Wow! Means no. There we go, that's a nice little combo there. And immediately followed up by something not so nice. That'll do. That'll do, pig. I love that the guy who played the farmer in Babe was Zephram Cochrane in friggin' Star Trek First Contact. There. Okay, not that big of a loss then. I was able to pretty much do what I had intended to do right away afterward. Level 50, huh? Okay. Got up to, what, 60... 67 last time? Somewhere around there. This game is definitely one of those ones where, you know, you'll get done playing it and it's like, oh wow, that took an hour? I had no idea. Yes, James Cromwell. I've never actually seen Babe, I just know about that connection. Well, actually, the other kind of game that I was thinking of that does that to me is a little puzzle game on the original PlayStation called Devil Dice. And that one, it's not so much that it's a time waster, it's that it's a stealth time waster. Where you just get in a zone and time kind of disappears. Like, I just looked at the clock just now and was genuinely surprised it wasn't past 1 o'clock. Yeah, we'll do that. And that. Perfect. Yay, lots of bonus points. I like bonus points. How about you? I love how the background kind of makes it look like the field is on the PSP screen. There we go. That's a little better. Let's try to start connecting these. Nope, wrong way. Oh well. It's kind of weird. One of the levels a little while ago felt like it was starting to speed up, but I'm not feeling it here. I still feel like I'm, you know, somewhat in control. Very nice. Woohoo! Did it just loop? Yeah, I think it just looped back to first level here. No. I have to think I've seen someone do that on YouTube. And I don't mention that to, like, dissuade you from doing it, but that they might have some useful points on pitfalls and stuff that they ran into. Can't remember if it was, I don't think it was LGR. I kind of think it was either, it was someone like Nostalgia Nerd or Retro Man Cave, something like that. But I mean, there's also a good reason why there's still, you know, why command prompts still survive to this day. I mean, there's just a power there that you don't necessarily get from a GUI. Man, now I'm starting to sound like some sort of Linux supremacist. Ugh, why doesn't this website have links support? I mean, there's also the whole question of what's the point? I mean, there's not much that DOS would be able to run that would take advantage of anywhere near what a modern PC can provide as far as power, memory, disk storage. I mean, a lot of that PC would just go completely unused. Because, I mean, even if you could do an extended memory thing, would it even be able to access memory higher than, you know, 3.2 gigabytes? Hell, you can't even access more than 3.2 gigabytes of memory with a Windows XP machine. Oh, I totally get the why are you doing this because it's there argument. I have done some weird stuff like that in the past just because I could. I mean, the first... I got this, like, mobile screen for my PS2 a long time ago. And the first thing I did when I got it, just to test it out, was I actually hooked it up to my Dreamcast and played a Commodore 64 emulator on my Dreamcast to test out this newfangled LCD screen. There we go. Woohoo! Light it up! Oh, level 70. And I still don't feel like I'm losing control of this at all. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I totally get it. I mean, I very much... See, that's one of the things that I'm really glad that I got to grow up seeing all of this stuff take shape. And, you know, growing up through the 8-bit era and the rise of PCs and all of that. Because when your first experience with a modem was a 300 baud BBS on a Commodore 64, you you know, you have to wait like 10 minutes just for a 200 byte program to load. You don't really tend to complain about load times all that much in modern games. I mean, I will still do so just because of, you know, I think they could have optimized it better, that sort of thing. But, I mean, I have a higher appreciation for Steam. Despite the fact that I don't do a lot of PC gaming, I have a higher appreciation for Steam than I think a lot of people who have never known anything but Steam. Because I know what you had to go through to configure this crap in the past. I kind of think that people that were into computers around the mid to early 90s couldn't help but get good at it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to use one. Well, what'd I do? Okay. I guess I won Shuffle. So I'm wondering if it only goes up as far as I have levels available, you know, unlocked through the normal mode. Well. Okay. So that is probably only because of that weird glitch I got earlier. I should probably let's save that video clip. Save this screenshot. There we go. Okay, there is two-player... Oh, versus CPU. I'm going to do this really quick before I move on. Because this will unlock new levels. Lumines Versus is really tough. Like, when you start to lose, it's hard to get back on top again. I should be focusing on his side there that I've reclaimed, as it were. There we go. Woohoo! I won! I wonder if Shuffle also includes the two-player battle levels. That would be kind of cool. Oh, this is not going well. Okay, there we go. Ah! Ah, I definitely screwed that up. You lose. All right. So